for this next one, I thought what we'll do, we'll make it into a bit of an easel card. So if I can show you what you can create, just lets you see that you can do it over the edge. You can see it as an edgeable and just a bit of a different way. So a nice wee concept one that you can make with your easel. So let's first and foremost, let's bring in our card blank, and then we've got score line. So we're just going to score that and just fold that in half, and let's also just give that of a burnish with our finger. So that's us ready to go, that you can see just there. So let's move that one to the side. Then I've just taken one of our pattern papers that you can see just there, and then all that I'm just going to do is matten and layer that onto one of the blue cardstocks that comes within the box, and I've this to the size of base of the easel, so we can pop that one on. Now these colours, certainly some of them, as well as the designs, this would work quite well for Christmas as well, I think. You know, you've got a bit of the candy cane look with your reds and whites, and then you've got a wee bit of the mint greens in there. So think other occasions and way you can use them. So let's bring in the card blank again. So again, bottom, we're just going to pop that there, so we are ready to go. What we're going to do is, if we just bring in our plate, so we're ready to cut. So let's bring in our die. So with this one, we're using the Happy Birthday. Now again, it's got the actual outside cutting edge, and you've got your two little bits at the end that just lets you know where that die cut edge ends, and this part here all stays within the card. So let's bring in our piece of card. So we're just going to pop that, so you can see the card just works perfectly width to width with your die, and then we're going to bring in our low tack tape. So let's just tape this into place. So I'm just going to match this up right along the bottom, so the die fits perfectly along the bottom of the cardstock. So let's just pop that one on, and then what we're just going to do, let's go for a different effect. Let's just move that to the top and then tape that into place. So then once again, what we're going to do is let's just bring in our plastic shim magnetic in our top plate. So we're just going to run that one through. So as that goes through, I'm just wait till I know and hear that sound where it goes over the die, and I'm just going to press pause, and then we're going to press reverse. Now it will probably just that one pass through, but just for a little bit of security and the fact we've got the pause button, we'll just reverse it. So let's just bring this in, and then we can start to peel that off. Now just being careful, now look at that, that has come out in once. There is your Happy Birthday, all die cut just beautifully. So what we will just need to do is bring in another piece of the paper that comes within the box. I keep saying paper, it is a good quality heavyweight paper, so it's borderline cardstock. So what we're just going to do now is pop all these bits out, because we need to take all these out just so that we can reuse it again. Now that I've popped all these bits out, what we're just doing is let's take the paper. All that I'm actually doing is I just want the word happy. So I'm just going to place that over the top just like that, and let's bring in a bit of our low tack tape. Now think about how else you can use them, and die cut them out and then snip into them, change them, mix them up, add any different colours. You could be doing that if you like your sparkle pens or your pots or that. Why not do a bit of distressed backgrounds on a piece of cardstock, then die cut that, and you'll get some nice fancy designs. So just have a wee play. Don't just think of them as edgeables and the plain cardstock. Anything plain about the cardstock, but of course just the core colours. So let's remove this one out the way now, and then what we can do is just carefully just peel these away, and then we're going to move that one out the way. So you can see now how that has die cut along the top. So instead of spending all that chopping it out, although all that you would do is actually just cut along the line. So let's actually do that, because it takes no time, and I've got one already with adhesive on. So just following the line along the bottom of Happy. Now you could use your guillotine, or because it's there's not big parts to actually cut, just follow that top cutting line, just snip that away all the way through, even across the flower, because that all adds to the interest for the eye, and then that gives you your top part of Happy. So then let's just pop that one to the side. Let's just bring in the piece that we've already cut, and we've got the word Happy ready to go with the adhesive. So I've just popped it through our Xyron. Of course you could use any of our sprays, or our dotty tape runner would work great for this one. Or pop your cardstock on one of our double-sided adhesive sheets, then die cut it. That's another way of doing it with the adhesive on the back. So all that I'm just going to do is just overlay the Happy. So I'm just following that just across, overlaying it, so that instead of the happy being white, we're now getting this nice, it's like borderline mint or sky blue or maybe baby blue. So we've now got the word happy, but within the mint green. Then what I'm just going to do is just bringing in just another wee strip so you can see. So then we can just layer that up just underneath the birthday. So we've now got birthday in white. However, you're going to see the blue just shining through just like that. So then what we can do is bringing in our tape runner. Now again, for something like this, if you use your dotty tape runner, I'm just going to go around the edges with my full tape runner, and then let's just bring in just a wee bit of glue, and then this is just going to get us into all those tiny wee bits. This is just our Col Al tacky glue, or you could use your sprays. So let's pop this one in. So bringing this one in. Now just where it says birthday, I'm just going to pop that one over there. Let's just straighten that one up so you can see. So we've got just some of the word birthday just popping out, and then underneath you've still got a nice wee bit of a silhouette where the design is still see-through. So let's just pop that one. Let's straighten that one up just along the top. So there we go. And press that into place, and then there we go, we're starting to get our design just coming together. So then let's also bring in another piece of white and the same colour, and we're just going to bring in our stamping mat. Just to finish this one off, we're going to bring in one of our stamps. We're actually going to bring in two. We're going to use the sentiment. So this one says, it's your day. So let's just pop that one on like that. Then I'm going to bring in our quick dry. This is parakeet. So we're going to bring that to the stamp, just lightly tap this one. So this one we're keeping it that sort of teal, blue, mint green colours. So I'm just going to go just at an angle on this one just here, and then I'm just going to stamp just to commit. And then all that I'm going to do is if we then bring in just our small stamps. Now all of these would work with your small stamping platform, but I'm just using the medium one because I have it to hand. So let's just stamp. And then once again, let's bring our next one in, and then we're just going to stamp in the other corner. You could, if you want, use your watermark and start to emboss these ones. That would look quite nice, but just see and have a play. So there we go. That is now got our sentiment just stamped on. Let's then bring in our tape runner. We're just going to layer it up, and we're just going to start to pop the card together. So tape all the way around, and I'm just going to keep this all on one level. You can lift it if you want with foam pads or glue gel. So let's just add more tape to the back, all the way around, finishing it off, good adhesion, and then we're bringing in our card blank. So if we bring this one in, and then just going along the bottom, so if I open it up so you can see, along the bottom just there, we're going to be popping this one, and then if we open it up, we're going to be popping this one just there, that you can pop that on, like that one. Then let's bring this one in, and then all that I'm going to do is bringing in some of that ribbon, and we're going to bring this one back in. So let's just add some adhesive to the back, and I'm just going to wrap this one round that we can see just there. So wrapping that round, and then that'll just hold it into place, and then we've got that bow that's already tied. So again, let's just add some adhesive. So we don't need to go all the way up to the top because obviously it's an easel card. So let's just bring that one in. So on this top layer, we're just going to pop that one on. Hold that in place. And then let's just pop a wee bit of our adhesive just there. You could use a wet glue or a glue gel. So let's just bring that in. Then all that we're just going to do now is if we then just bring in a few gems. So this one, I'm going to go for the greener tone. So we're just going to mix that up slightly. And then I'm just going to bring in my pokey tool. So let's do one just there. And then I've got a couple of two other sizes, so that's going to act as the stopper. However, this sentiment matting layer, if you lift that up higher on glue gel, then of course that will stop it, or maybe a wee bow, that would look quite nice as well. And then let's just burnish that back bit again, follow that one on the back. Then there we go, we've got our nice stopper, we've got our nice easel card that's all been created using the happy birthday, we've used the stamps, we've used the ribbon as well, and even some of the papers. So that's another project that you can be making with your brand new subscription box from Crafter's Companion.